All right, joining me now is Dr. Morgan. As always, good to see you. So happy to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, this is something that we all can relate to. If you're a parent out there, we were all once kids, right? We know that when we come home and get sick, then the rest of our family gets sick as well. But this is really hard for parents to deal with, especially if, you have a job that you don't have a lot of flexibility in and you have a kid that gets sick. You're stuck with figuring, okay, what do we do? I may not be able to pull my kid out of daycare because I can't miss work. So when we're talking preventative measures here, because that's all we want to talk about, right? And really figure this out. What should parents be doing leading up to the school year to make sure their kids stay healthy as possible?
That's right. So you need to talk with your children about the environment that they go back into, sort of this petri dish is what we call it, with all of these germs.
Sounds super clean.
Right. And so begin to practice hand washing and not sharing things at school, which kids tend to do, and will be, in very close contact, not sharing your lunch. But remember, there are other things that you can do. With regard to vaccines will be coming out. Make certain that that is a part of your pediatric routine. These vaccines will be out, especially with regard to COVID, in the fall, hopefully at the end of this month, but maybe in the fall. We always want to say, flu by boo. So it's not just the flu, it's all of these vaccines that we need to do by Halloween. It takes about 2 weeks to get your immunity up. But you want to be as healthy as possible.
And what about multivitamins for kids? Is that a good route to go?
Vitamins are always good. We actually want to supplement diets as much as we can, especially in this era of highly processed foods and lunch meats and these types of things. So vitamins are always a good idea.
Perfect. Okay, so when you see the first sign of sniffles, and let's say you have 3 kids at home, okay? I'm sure you can relate to this. You see one kid has sniffles, do you then quarantine them? Do you try, what do you do?
Yeah, let's talk about this back to school shopping list. So, COVID tests should probably be on this back to school shopping list. Test your kids. If they are not sick and their COVID test is negative, then try to isolate them from any of your children who may be sick. And always think about that. The hallmark is, are they developing fever in addition to symptoms? Fever is really the hallmark. It means your child really has to be at home and isolated. Other than that, very difficult to live in a family environment and one person gets sick and the others not get sick. So even at home, practice the hand washing, practice not sharing toothbrushes. We share bathrooms, kids switch toothbrusches, toothpaste.
There were brawls in my house if anyone shared a toothbrush.
Well, the top is off the toothpaste, the toothpaste went over all the toothbrushes, all of those kinds of things.
When you think about it, it's really gross. But it was, I grew up, I'm the oldest of 5, as we've talked about on this show, and it was one of those things where it's like, it's just a matter of time before it hits all 7 of us, including my parents. Doesn't necessarily always have to be the case, but what else should we be keeping in our homes? Do we need the Tylenol, all of that?
You do. All of these shopping lists. So we need all of these over-the-counter things to make certain that you can keep people comfortable. There's nothing wrong with being comfortable as well as being healthy. So bring down your fever, control those sniffles, control that cough. Make certain if there are aches and pains that you can give something such that the person, yourself, or your child can begin to feel more comfortable, because that actually goes a long way to recovery. Being able to sleep, your body being able to rest, and being able to regenerate itself.
Yeah, I love that. All right, Dr. Morgan, cardiologist and Healthy Morning contributor. Thank you so much, as always.
Thanks.
Good to see you. We'll be back.